Welcome back to Getting to Know. With this episode, we're talking to softball sophomore Emily Haller. Emily, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing
Thanks
well.
for having me.
Of course. Thanks for taking the time. So talk to us a little bit about how your time away from the field and the classroom has been.
It was really sad at first because we had just gotten through to the best part of our season. We were about to head to Florida, and then everything got canceled. So it was really upsetting at first. And then it was hard to adjust to online classes at first and say goodbye to everyone. It was just everything happened at once. But it's been nice now to be home with my family and being able to get to spend more time with them now, when during the spring I would really never get to see them as much.
Right, of course.
You mentioned the online classes, and they're now over, but how was the adjustment to that when that started?
It was hard at first because I kind of like going to school and seeing my professors and getting to know them and actually going to class and seeing people. But I was able to adjust pretty quickly, but I definitely preferred the going to class setting.
So what have you been doing with some of the extra free time that you've suddenly found in the spring months that you wouldn't usually have?
So I've been working out a lot, trying to keep in touch with my teammates. We did a lot of group workouts where we just send in running time. So we've been running a lot, hitting off the tee and stuff, because it's hard to go to fields and stuff now with so many of them locked. But I've been hitting off the tee in my backyard, having catch with my siblings. But that's pretty much it. Just staying active.
You guys were getting ready to go to Florida when the season was canceled. What was your reaction when you heard the news that the season was postponed?
It was crazy. I was really sad at first. We literally thought we were leaving, and then at 9 o'clock at night we got the text message that Florida was canceled. And then the next day we had a mini practice, and then we went to the locker rooms and found out the whole season was canceled, and we were all really, really upset. We decided to all go to Chipotle after, just to spend one last meal together before we all started to go home, just to kind of soak it all in and realize that it was over. But I think we now are really prepared to get back to next season and do much better and really make it the best season we've ever had so far.
I was gonna say, people that don't know, Chipotle is a meal of choice for the softball team. What do you think you've learned during all of this?
I think I've learned how much to value my family, because I lived home at school, and so I see my family a lot around the school year, and especially my extended family. And now I really can't see them at all. So it's been really hard to not get to see them every single weekend like I normally do. So I just really value this time to get to be around them and miss the family that I can't see.
You mentioned being close with your teammates and having that meal with them. What are some things you look forward to doing once you can play again next year?
I look forward to being around my teammates all the time, and the practice, we practice a lot. So just seeing them in those small moments, just catching up while we're stretching before practice, and then afterwards hey, you want to grab a bite? And I really look forward to next season, because I feel it's going to feel so long and so awaited and so anticipated.
You're talking about your family a little bit. Can you tell us what the experience was like getting to play with your cousin? People that don't know you with.
But going to be so happy. She got her shout out. It was so much fun. A lot of people don't get that experience. So it was me and Jenna are so close, even outside of softball. So to get that experience to actually play with each other and spend time with each other on the field was just irreplaceable. And I can't imagine having any other experience like that.
That's awesome. And if Jenna's listening, she just got her master's. So congratulations to Jenna.
Yes, congrats, Jenna.
So what are your goals moving forward for next season? Especially does this give you motivation to do better and be better as a team?
Yeah, I think it gives everyone tons of motivation to do better and be better. A lot of us have been practicing and trying to use this time off and this time not busy with a lot of other things to just focus on our skills and be able to be really prepared to get back in the next fall and next spring to be the best we can be.
So we're going to mix this up a little bit. We call them rapid fire. It could be one word. It could be a sentence. Whatever you feel best is answering what's the first thing that comes to your mind. So what's your favorite pregame meal?
Oh my gosh. It's hard. A granola bar, actually. I don't like to eat a lot before I play.
Who's the funniest person on your team?
Megan. I think Megan McCormick's the funniest person on our team. She just always cracks those one-liners that make me crack up.
what's the go-to pump-up song for you before a game?
Oh my gosh, I like country music a lot, which is like really like not pump up music. So I like Florida Georgia Line or anything like Luke Bryan, stuff like that.
Very
Who
nice.
are your favorite people to room with when you're on the road?
Well, this past trip, the first Florida trip I roomed with Amanda, Kemi, and Emma, and that was like really fun. But I really get along with everyone, and I'd like to room with anyone on the team.
If you could play any other sport at Malloy, what would it be?
Probably soccer, because I played soccer for like a really long time, and I definitely miss some like parts of it. But I played that sport for a really long time in my life.
So I know you're staying active during your free time. Are you watching anything on Netflix or Hulu or TV? What's your current binge?
The first binge was Tiger King. Like, that was just crazy. I love that show. And then I watched Outer Banks, which was really awesome. And I've been watching the old Beverly Hills 90210, which was actually really good.
Very nice. Do you have a favorite professional athlete?
I really like Carly Lloyd from the U.S. women's soccer team. Like, I don't really follow teams a lot, honestly, but I always like to watch the U.S. women's national team. And I was disappointed when the Olympics were canceled because they now don't get to watch them play this summer. But probably Carly Lloyd.
You said you don't follow teams, but do you have a favorite professional team?
It's probably the women's national soccer team. If I had to pick something else, it would be the Mets. Probably, I'd like a good Mets game.
Very nice. Coach would like that too.
Yeah.
Talking softball, and everyone you talk to softball follows the College World Series. Do you follow the College World Series, and do you have a favorite team that you root for during that?
I like to root for Tennessee, Lady Vols, or Alabama. Alabama's like really good, and I think they would have had a really good season. And Tennessee, I always liked them as when I was younger. I always used to watch all their games.
Alabama's fun to watch.
It's always a good game.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time out to talk to us. We hope that we'll get to see you soon and that this passes and we can get back to a little bit of normalcy.
Yes. Thank you for having me. Stay safe.
You too.
Thanks, Emily. Be well.
Bye.